Okay, for this next video, I thought we'd have a change of scenery, but let's talk dungeons. So dungeons are activities you can do for some decent loot. They're not for everyone, but they are somewhat interesting. If you do happen to kill a monster and find a dungeon key, you can use it by right-clicking it. The instructions will be on the key itself, and it will be added to your dungeon menu. Now, I already have some here. There are 3 different levels of difficulty for dungeons. So there is your normal dungeons, you've got veteran dungeons, and you have elite dungeons. So veteran is sort of medium, and elite is the harder end, but they give, the harder it is in this game, the better loot you're going to get. To enter one, you can do this anywhere. I'm in the overworld at the moment. Most people do this at spawn, but just to prove that you can, all you do is you click, and you can go and continue dungeon. Now, if you haven't finished a dungeon, that's fine. You can exit at any point. You can simply log out, or you can just do /spawn. It will save your progress, what you've actually done in the dungeon, what you've looted, what monsters you've killed. It will save that. However, you will spawn at the start, but you will be able to move forward with checkpoints. Allow me to demonstrate. So I've clicked that. I'm going to continue. I'm going to start. What happens now is a dungeon entrance has now been opened. Now, if you want to have your friends join you with this one, you're going to have to use the party system. So to invite someone to a party, it's very simple. Party invite, blah, 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 their name. Okay, then they will have to accept on their end. And then once you have gone into this, once they're in the party, they can also see this. They will be able to join you just by right-clicking and following you in. So this is how you enter a dungeon. Now, this is an elite dungeon, and I have terrible gear, so this is not going to go well. But dungeons are randomized. Every dungeon is unique. So no 2 dungeons are the same, but they all have similar layouts. And there are 4 different sort of styles of dungeons or kinds of dungeons. So you've got mines, which is the first one. This is a ruins dungeon. You've also got frozen and volcanic. And volcanics and frozens are the 2 that are a bit harder, but they all have the same structure. You go through different floors, you loot the items, you kill monsters, there's some parkour and stuff within them, and then there's a final boss at the end. Then you can grab the final chest, which has the best loot, and then you can simply close your dungeon. So I've done this floor already, but as you can see, there's a bit of parkour. Oh, I didn't kill everything apparently, but that's okay. And if you have unlocked the next floor, you can do /checkpoint to move there. Normal dungeons should only have 1 floor, veterans will have 2, and elites will have 3. And once you get to the boss, you kill it, you grab the final loot, and you win. So this is an example of some of the stuff you can get. I've got some things here that I haven't looted. And I think I'm going to let you discover the dungeon bosses for yourself. But there's different things you can do. If you see one of these, try and break it without dying, and then the monsters will stop spawning. A lot of this is self-explanatory. If there's ever a locked fence area, it'll tell you what you need to do, and if you happen to fall into one of these, it's going to put you back at the start of this parkour section. Now, you might be thinking, why can't you just use abilities to get over them? Those are disabled specifically in the parkour room, otherwise the parkour would be meaningless. So, but you can use abilities everywhere else. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Sorry, I should probably specify. I'm pretty sure it's only movement abilities. I'm pretty sure I can do. Yes, only movement abilities. Anyway, enough about dungeons.